Welcome, welcome, welcome. My free guides, it's as if they want to steal the show tonight. They're sort of here and they've been channeling information. I sat down already and done some automatic writing with them, like I can read their writing, I can't. This is the channeled messages, and also there will be a meditation to join this. Thank you. So I've been busy channeling information from them as I've been writing it. They've been coming forward, and also they will jump in, no doubt, and they will give me some more information. So there's 3 of them. They're going in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, thank you. And they're giving me some information. And tuning in today into the energy frequencies of what's happening out there in the world. Okay, thank you. Okay, so very strange. And okay, thank you. This is very strange in the sense of how humans will understand this better. Okay, thank you. See, they give me ideas and then they come in. Okay, thank you. Some of you will be noticing, okay, thank you. Some of you will be noticing the changes on your planet very much through even the weather conditions at the moment, and the forecast of energy on your planet is very different. Those of you who've done the work on yourself and have become very like-minded will be aware that how differently you might be feeling, how tired, how exhausted, and how challenges have been coming up for you all the time right now. Because there is a big change upon your planet. Very similar to the human who goes out into the environment right now might feel that the weather has really changed compared to how it used to be, as in the memory of your resources of the human thinking back that the weather was different in the summer, the winter, whatever period of time it is on your planet at this particular time. It is those who are very like-minded, those who have done the work on themselves, that go out into your environment will notice the biggest change in your weather and the energy. We are mixing the two together so that you try to understand more. Today, when Anne went out, she felt it is August today, and she felt that it was almost changing to September, October time. There is a speed up of your weather environment on your planet right now. Many of your empaths, intuitives will be aware of this. You will feel into, you'll sense this. As you have sensed with other human beings, of you are picking up information from those fellow human beings that are very like-minded, those will be drawn to you at this time like a magnetic pull. This is not new. This has not just happened over the last couple of weeks. This has happened very recently over the last couple of years. There has been a massive shift on your planet, and many of you are waking up to this shift. But in the process of waking up, many of you also have been going through your own trials and tribulations that have been brought up for you at this particular time. This is good because this is just then the expansion of yourself. This is good because this brings your conscious awareness to who you really are. Through each trial and tribulations, it is to face it with a positive attitude, as in to say to yourself, this is just showing me who I am, how far I have come on my journey, or where I am and where I need to be. Now, we wish you to listen to this. This is important. You hear this about the 3rd dimension, the 4th dimension, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, blah, blah, blah. There are many different dimensions. The 3rd dimension, very much about the ego, the paying the bills, the going to work, and how you have been led to believe your life should be, the constructs of how you should live your life. And then moving slightly gently into the 4th dimension. Many of you will not find this so slightly and gentle. Many will you find this harder to shift into the 4th dimension, because it means a whole different mind shift of how you see things. There may be an uncomfortability that you are working with the energy streams. Now, let us try to help you to understand this more. Now, if you feel or think sometimes this is something you want to do, as in the sense of the mindset, if there is a goal that you wish to achieve, something about studying or whatever it may be, and you have this long-term goal, you find that sometimes that you can be quite blinkered and you head in one direction. This is your avenue, this is your stream, and you head in that direction. You do not see anything else. This is your dimension of how you see your world. This is how you see things, and you move in that pathway. Of course, others in your life will come across that pathway. Okay, we shall explain, like the airplanes in the sky, how the airplanes, and you can see the stream behind them, cross pathways, cross over constantly. There is different energy streams that each of you are producing as humans. Your energy streams are created through your thought process, your thoughts of your lives that you live in, the people that you coexist with in your families and friends and your colleagues. So this is your reality of who you are. This becomes your dimensional, this is where you are. Now, the terminology dimensional shift is actually you're starting to change. So where you would have walked a certain pathway in your life going one way, you've changed in a different direction. You may go down a different pathway. Very similar if some of you are thinking of going to work or seeing a friend and your trains are delayed. You are not going down the 3D pathway. You always have gone the same direction. You've had a massive shift, almost knocking you off place to go in a different direction. And that is what's happening on your planet. Many of you will feel unwell and sick or tired, confused, feeling maybe not fitting in. And some of you will get a massive buzz out when you have done a massive shift for you and then you sit comfortably. Hold on tight for those who are feeling very comfortable, because there'll be another shift. Of course, there are so many different dimensions and realities of yourself, but it's very much about how you think and feel about yourself creates the energy field around you. The empaths of you who are listening to this, that if you walk into a room, you become aware of the energy in the room space. You become aware that there may be an argument or someone's happy or there's a secret or whatever it is. And you intuitively will pick up on this information. It's very much now we are asking you to call upon your intuition for it to guide you as you move forward. So those of you who have done the work or who are doing the work, you'll feel this more than anybody else on your planet. Now, be mindful. If we are saying to you, your thoughts and your feelings create your reality and the dimension where you're at, it means that those around you in your life may not be at the same pace as you. They may be living on a different vibe, a different frequency, maybe lower or even higher. But you may be at some place here and feel uncomfortable with those individuals in your life that haven't quite reached that frequency or the vibe where you're vibing at. It's just for you to be mindful, because then you become consciously aware of, consciously just waking up, being in the moment of knowing who you are. Many of you still live in your past, and many of you then need to get sorted to help you to remove the blockages, because you have those blockages and you may need some human assistance. Yes, there are many of those practitioners that are connected to Odyssey that will help you through that. We all need a helping hand at time. Now, we are here to say also, by doing the work on yourselves, by tuning into your guides, knowing that you have us here, knowing that the universe hears you. Your thought is sent out like an email. We receive it, we answer it as best as we can. But sometimes your eyes are blinkered or closed and you do not receive those signs around you. But we haven't left you. We are right by your side, just as your loved ones are too. Your loved ones are on a different energy field, on a different frequency, but they are there. You cannot see them, but they are with you. They're always listening and being by your side. They may come back as that guardian angel to assist you. Again, they're in a different dimension of yourself and reality. So they are not up there, down there, but they are by your side. They hear you, they see you, they feel you, they smell you. When they have the thought of them coming into your mind, they are right by your side. They reach out for the signs that you receive. There are many messages that have been scattered around you. Some will see the double digits. But what's happening right now is that there is this shift, and this seasickness feeling or feeling out of balance is literally, as you can imagine, like the skies that you have the airplanes crossing over with the energy streams. You can see that in your skies where there is this exhaust from each of the planes. It's very similar as the humans. They carry their energy field and leave a residue of energy behind them. So those who use public transport might feel the energy of others when you take a seat. And if you do not wipe away the energy like it's dust, you can also feel into the energy residue of somebody who has left it there. So the whole idea is to manage your own energy, to understand where you're at, to know who you are, and also how you identify as yourself. Thank you. At the moment on your planet, there are many of you wondering, are they he, she, who, what, why? The idea of this is to create even further chaos on your planet. The idea is for you to feel and sit comfortably with who and how and what you think that you are. This is not for you to choose a battle to make others aware and to say they should call you in a certain way. It's more about you feeling comfortable within yourself. The prodding and poking of how you see yourself is again the expansion of the human self. There is much growth there in this area of yourself, so much growth. So when you have the trials and tribulations of yourself and your life, which is going on, those of you who may have lost your job, those of you who fear they have lack of money, this is the 3D world. The fourth dimension is very much about pulling yourself up from that and knowing that there is more. So at this time, it's very awareness of to connect to those like-minded people, those souls, those individuals who you connect with, because the energy of those like-minded souls will help to keep that balance in your life, that frequency raised up. Of course, not every family member is going to be the same, or those people around you, or partners or relationships. And so this is where there is this discord on your planet, which is fine. This is part of the awareness that when you do come across those who may not think very similar to yourself, is for you to have that awareness of how it is affecting your energy. And if you have to stay, of course, in that family setting, which is good, because we know challenges stretch you and you learn to find out who you are. We give an example of reaching into a jumper and stretching into something that may no longer fit you and pulling at the arms and resisting that change. That is fine. That is your journey too. Your soul chose to grow. This is the time on your planet to grow. Otherwise, you would not have stepped into the shoes that you feel right now as a human being. So you may notice those that cross your pathway that are slightly different from yourselves. And whatever comes up for you is about the teaching and learning from that to know who you are in your own self and to continue to grow. These are your human experiences to help you to expand and to grow. So also be mindful of those around you, that how they may see you, their energy, their thoughts of how they may see you may also affect your energy to some degree as well. But when you are aware of this, it helps you to step out of that pathway and to continue on your journey. Allow them to think and feel and to see and to identify with who and what they think you are. Push that just to one side. You acknowledge it. Thank you very much. And then come back to your heart center and to connect and to know your own journey and where you travel. Okay, just going to check my notes just to make sure I've covered everything they just said. Okay, there's a few things here they said. Through the eyes of how you see yourself. That's one of the sentences they said. So how you see yourself is very important because you are creating the energy of the thoughts of how you see yourself. And that can imprison you within the shadow of that self. So the idea is to work through it. The idea on the planet this time is to work through anything that is still blocking you, whether you need a helping hand with that or not. There was something that came up in a meeting today also. This was one of those sentences that says, your childhood does not define who you are. Very important. Don't let it make you stay there. Okay. And then there's another thing they just wrote this evening. Through the eyes of how others see you, it changes your energy. So be mindful of that. How they see you, their energy stream overlaps with your energy stream too. And it also can affect you then how you see yourself. So you become consciously aware of how maybe friends or family members or the workplace you used to work at, whatever it is, may be set to you to test you, just to make you aware of, okay, I no longer reside here. The resistance, the resonance, the residue of their energy is affecting my energy to step out. Okay, thank you. They said sometimes also when you don't do this as humans, you stay in the same environment, you can create illnesses because your cells, thank you, are picking up on the residue of the feelings or emotions, the energy of others, and it can affect your energy and create some illnesses because your cells are feeling it, your cells are vibrating and it's picking it up. Okay, that is why it needs to be very important that you mix and feel with the people that really reside within your resonance of energy, they just said. Okay, thank you. Let's have a little look. They talk about the weather. Now, the reason they're talking about the weather, it's very similar to the weather. You've noticed great changes on your planet. There's massive change. The planet is speaking now. Mother Gaia, she's coming forward and she's telling you that there needs to be some change. Your environment, your atmosphere is changing. That's very much about yourself as well. There is great changes. It needs to happen. And so as we feel the weather through all our senses of who we are, we also feel into those senses of those people around us as well, whether they fit within our energy stream too. Okay, And again, they said it's not that you must stay away from individuals, but just have the awareness of yourself. It says, know thyself. Very, very important. Okay. Okay. Thank you. They said, it is in the learning of the expansion of yourself is to observe the resonance and the resistance of others in the 3D world. The 3D world is about chaos. The 3D world is about you have to have those bills, the ego, the news, and what we keep being hearing and everything. Okay, thinking they just said switch off the news. Okay. Now they also gave me an image, and they sort of said about drains. They gave me drains, and it's time to unclog those drains. So it's just an image of that metaphor. It's time to unclog those drains as the energy systems, allow it to flow, okay, and to have more awareness now of how you change it. And it is true that how more and more of you who are connecting and to the spiritual side of things and the energy of meditation and listening to other channelers, it raises your frequency just by hearing this, because yes, my voice box, but yes, they are channeling the information. So there's a frequency in what they're saying to you. Okay, thank you. And they just said to me, it will pick up on individuals. It'll help them to sort, this is what I needed to hear, but on unconscious level sometimes. Okay, thank you. Let's have a little look. There we go. And then this other page, they just said, through each thought creates a channel or pathway of a frequency. So bear that in mind. Your thoughts create feelings, your feelings create your energy. There's a chemical shift in your body. It's a physical scientific fact. How you think and feel about yourself creates energy that's in your body, illnesses and everything else. But also the other extreme as well raises your energy. Like I was saying, the beginning of this group, the group that's listening to me now, I actually saw a sea lion, seal in the River Thames a little while ago. And I was like, wow, I'm so excited. And I used to feed them at the zoo when I was a zookeeper. Anyway, okay. And it says about the pathway of others. You might meet others that are on a different pathway for you. That's absolutely fine. Acknowledge it, be consciously aware of it, know where you are, know thyself, okay? And that's really important, so that you go on your pathway. A bit like, if you see a life coach or you've got a goal that you want to head or go in a certain direction, keep following that pathway. Okay. Let's have a little look. It says the dimensions mean your energy level. So that's what dimensions is. It's about energy levels and just different frequencies. That's all it is. Okay, thank you. As they know about loved ones here, as a medium, I see clients on the other side, and I see clients on the other side of Zoom as well. Always makes me laugh when I'm working as a medium. They're always hearing this. I've done it as quite fancy, like a hotel, where they're sitting in these soft, comfortable chairs waiting to breathe forward, for the loved one that's here on the other side. So that's just a different dimension. They're here around me. Okay. The reality of how you see yourself creates your world living in your dimension. So how you see yourself, your reality of your world, the role that you play in your family, the work, whatever it is, it's almost embedded upon you. So if you're working in an industry or you're around individuals of how they see you, but that's not how you see yourself, you will feel this jarring in yourself. It will feel frustrating. You will feel uncomfortable. And those senses, those feelings, it means it's time to shift. It's time to get out of gear and move into the fast lane, they just said. Okay. Many of you are feeling those dimensional shifts at the moment. Many of you, some will have disturbed sleep because you're shifting into a different dimension. Many of you might be astral traveling at this moment in time, maybe having crazy dreams, not knowing what's going on. Yes, we can look at the psychological part of that again, but they said that is very much the 3D world. But it's looking at the energy of what's going on. Okay, thinking they just said, they started screaming, tell them to write journals. Journals about your dreams, journals about what the messages you're receiving. Work through a journal just so it's your voice that's get written down on the paper, and even your words have a frequency in themselves, and that will continuously help. Okay, thank you. They said many of you are listening might find that you chitter chatter in your mind and you think of something, you go, oh, was that a shift? Was that a message? Was that a sign? And you keep it in your head. But if you write it down in a journal or just extract it out somehow and place it down, you can go back over the journal later and go, oh yes, no, that's right, that's what happened last time. I saw 11:11 or whatever it was. Okay. And they said be mindful of your reality and the dimensional shift, and try not to get cut up. No, they're just giving me like a motorway of people in their vehicles getting cut up on the motorway. So the more, okay, thank you, that's interesting. Okay. The more that you get into your dimension of your reality, the more that you do your shift, you're going to be aware of those that it might annoy or they don't understand, or they try to pull you back because of they haven't done their own work on themselves, and they'll start having a go at you, and you're not doing this, you're not doing that, or whatever, or they stop picking on you or whatever it is, and they'll call names or whatever it is. It's because their uncomfortability and because of where they are on 3D dimensional, that's where they are, and that's fine if that's where they want to be. And I know for sometimes with families it's very hard if you've got family members are there and you're somewhere else. Just allow them to have that, allow them to sit, to curse you, whatever it is they want to do. It's their stuff, it's not your stuff. The moment you take it on board, you then drop down into that 3D. So the idea is to consciously be aware of it and go, okay, this is how they might see me, this is what's going on, this isn't my energy stream, I cannot go back, I do not want to go back, I'm quite happy to keep raising my energy into another dimension shift. Okay, thank you. They just said, and some of you are at the 5th dimension too. There's many dimensions on your planet this moment. So it's absolutely brilliant. And they said about, again, the planets or the axis is slightly changing. Okay, so that's their channeled message for today. As I tuned in to it's like a breaking news of like a weather forecast. And then I asked them for cards. I wanted to see what they would bring me. And I shuffled these cards. Now, I like the Spirit Animal, the Oracle pack. I love that. And I was shuffling the cards. And the way I do, I always wait for a card to pop out. This one actually flew out. It has a master number of 11. It's the butterfly energy and great changes. And I thought it's so apt for today in the energy forecast they just gave me. So it's very much about the changes on your planet, they just said. Very much about what's going on. Okay, thinking, I always say this, that if you were a caterpillar, it would be easier because you have no nerve endings. Scientifically, you have no nerve endings. You do not experience the pain of change. As the human, you have nerve endings. Of course you do. You have senses. So you're going to experience the change. Thank you. And they just said it's important that you do because it shows you how far you have come. Okay, so many of you who are listening to this message will have those wings that you've just hatched out. So just please be gentle with yourself. And then I did another card pulling because I was supposed to stick to one. And this is the other pack by John Holland. And I love this pack too. It's the Spirit Messages. And this one came out. It was all about cleanse. And it's time to detoxify your life. And what I love is that it's really about that time of renewal, to cleanse, to take the moment. If you need sleep, rest. If you need a break from others, rest. Very important. Okay. So that was their message. That's their message forecast for this moment in time as I tuned into the energy. And now they're going to go into the meditation. So there are many of you who are listening to this right now who are live on the screen. And this will go for the people that also are listening to this pre-recording. So what I suggest to help you with your meditation is to place your feet down on the ground around you. So it really anchors yourself. Some of you might want to take shoes off if it feels comfortable, barefoot, whatever it is that you need. And you can close your eyes when you're listening to this. Sometimes it helps when you have earphones in because then you don't hear external sounds around you. So see if you can do that as well. Some of you may wish to place, they just said, and I said place, a crystal on your lap or in the palms of your hands. You can have your hands turned upright or hands placed down on your knees, whatever feels comfortable for you. I always place my crystal here just gently on my lap. And as I take you on the journey, it's just for you just to tune in, just to hear what you need to receive at any given time. It's about receiving what you need. It's not about anybody else. It's not to be in competition with yourself, they just said. And when I bring you back from the meditation, I'll count to 3 and I will make this sound. And it will bring you back to this space. Brilliant. Excellent. So again, it's just about finding that comfortable space for yourself. So we shall begin. If you wish to close your eyes now. Excellent. And this meditation is channeled. You'll hear my voice, but you will receive this message from them on a different frequency. So take a moment in time. Thank you. Begin that process of those eyes closing and taking a moment to check in with your body. Being aware of your breath within your body. Breathe naturally for you. Allowing this time and space to hear this message. Being aware of your physical form and your body that rests within your space. Be aware now as that breath flows in, out of your body. And as it travels down, all the way down into your lungs, through your nose, through your mouth, whatever is easier for yourself. Allow that breath to flow into your body. Allow yourself to be still. Allow the quietness of your mind. We help you to quieten your mind, allowing yourself to hear our voice as we speak at this present time. We are with each and every one of you at this moment in time, allowing that breath to flow through your shoulders, down through your arms, coming down through the trunk of your body. And on your in and out breath, just to be there now with your body, acknowledging, feeling any tension and allowing it to flow down through the trunk of your body and down to the base of your spine. And as you allow the energy to start flowing through the tops of your legs, be aware of your knees as you allow the energy to settle there, the breath within your knees for a moment. And as you breathe in and breathe out, be aware now that you send that energy down through your calf muscles, down to your ankles. And as we take a moment in time to have your breath sitting within your ankles, breathing gently, feeling into your ankles, being aware of your space around your ankles, and really allowing the energy now to flow deeper down into the soles of your feet. And as you become aware of the soles of your feet, as you plant your soles on the ground, you become aware as you anchor the soles of your feet within the earth, sending down the feelers, the roots within your soles of your feet down, stretching down for the structure where you rest your body, your physical form right now, and allowing and having the intention to connect to energy, allowing your energy to connect with Mother Earth at this time, and to feel into the changes upon your planet. Be aware of the absorption of the planet and what she is going through right now, feeling the changes within, the deeper changes within the Earth's core, the moving of the plates causing the earthquakes and the volcanoes and the eruptions, feeling the changes that are now happening for each and every one of you on your planet at this time. And as you ground and root down now the soles of your feet and anchoring your soul on your planet, begin to be aware of the oceans of time that gently begin to flow up like rivers of energies that run up through your soles, through your legs, feeling the change with the energy of the water that flushes through your system, rising up like the tides of the rivers and the oceans that move within you. And as you connect to the earth and the water that rises upon your planet, you feel within yourselves the greater changes within. And as the energy rises up through your body, beginning to feel flushed as the toxins are gently going to be released with each of your cells, the particles that no longer need to reside within. Feel that baptizing of the energy of the water that cleanses and clears you as it rises up through the trunk of your body. And as you become aware of your base of your spine, as you allow the fluid with the spinal fluid to come together with the energy that moves up. Kundalini energy rising up through the spine as it flows and moves up through each of your discs and your vertebrae as you gently allow the rising of the energy flowing snake-like up your back, like the vines of ivy as it twists and it turns as it moves, and out through the embers and out through the edges of the spinal fluid and the nerves within your body. Feeling the energy as it pumps through your organs, and the energy rising up through your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, rising higher up now past your diaphragm, cleansing and detoxifying the filters of your body, and allowing the energy as the golden energy flows up through your body. And as we reach your heart center, the purple energy of love and healing that resides within the heart. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, feeling into your lungs as they expand into the air of the earth and into the air of the skies and the universe as the energy begins to expand fully. Breathing in and out, being in your space of existence, feeling that breath within your body. And as that breath flows like the fire through your system and changing, eliminating any toxins, allowing that great change of that rebirth within your body at this time. Breathing into your lungs and your heart that keeps you present on planet Earth, but also connects you to divine source through the heart and bridges you to us where we are. And as you breathe in and breathe out, and the expansion of life and light within your heart, we connect through the love that you have. And as you embrace your heart energy center now, allowing yourself to expand fully, like the butterfly as she extends her wings, and connecting and feeling the expansion within yourself. And as you feel that rising within your heart, your energy automatically rises up through your throat, rises up into your third eye, and allows you to see the world so much clearer. Your pathway of the fourth dimension that you begin to step forward into. And those who've done the work feel as if they've been here before. Allowing the expansion of the third eye as you start to become aware and see where it is that you need to head into the direction of awareness, and to see the chaos around you so much clearer as it consciously expands you and makes you aware of who you are and where you once came from. But now the journey is moving you forward as you step into that light of expansion now. As the energy rises up within you and your energy flows out externally around you like this bubble of light, your crown chakra opens now wider as it begins that connection to source, like the Wi-Fi system that you have upon your planet. It is the continuous journey of yourself that you owe to yourself to now upgrade, to unplug the old data that you once carried within your physical form, your cells, which have been carrying the knowledge of how you've seen yourself, your thoughts that reside in each of your cells of who and what you think that you are. It's time for the uploading of new programming. The storage of the old is now full, and it's time now, the capacity to let go of what no longer serves you and to begin that continuation of the growth internally within you. You have asked to step forward at this time. We have answered your calls. We are here with each and every one of you who hears this message, to extend and to expand out into the universe, to be aware of your conscious expansion of yourself, to see your bubble of light around you as your energy unified fills as you connect to source and the divine light. And as the more that you allow yourself to expand, you become aware of how things begin to flow, how you see the synchronicities, the serendipity of life, how you're brought to those who think like-minded like yourselves, the opportunities of manifesting your dreams and your reality of what you see and what is there now meant to be before you. Step into the new version of yourself, releasing and let going of the older parts of yourself that no longer need to exist. It is time to let go of the overcoat of the heaviness of who you once were, like the butterfly stepping out of the catalyst of change. It is time. It is time. And so the signs that you see, the master numbers, the 11s, the 33s, the 7s, 13. Be aware of seeing those signs, the double digits, the colors, the butterflies, your loved ones stepping forward as they step closer now, as they wish to guide you on the planet at this time. They are with you, just in a different dimension of holding your space with you and helping, guiding you to take you closer to what it is that you need to be, the shape and form of how you change and transform and transmit of who and how you are. You're all like beings of light, the light workers. It is time for you to step into that role, to free yourself, to connect with others, to raise the frequency on this planet of time. It is time to breathe in and to let go and to join forces and to connect, to feel the light and the love of the universe, the energy, to be at one, to be at peace, to know who you truly are. It is the expansion of yourself at this time on the planet. It's you to connect to the wider field of energy. And there's each step that you take as you move forward on your journey, just like the breath that you breathe in and breathe out. Time will feel timeless as life will speed up and slow down. You will see the changes upon your earth. These are signs that you're at the right time and right place to connect to those who understand, to receive the sounds, the colors, the light, to be within the light at this time, to hear what you need to hear, to connect to your guides for guidance, to connect to your higher self, to guide you, to lead you on your pathway, to connect to your mission, your purpose of light, to be aware of its time to awaken, to be aware, to not to be the sleepy head, to be aware now the giant awakes upon you. It's time to wake up. And as you're there in that space with your breath of light, be aware of your energy. Be aware of each and every cell of your body. Hears the vibration of you. Feels the vibration of your energy environment around you. It is your job and your job alone to make sure that you check in with what is best for you. And as you hear my voice, know it that there are many voices that speak through this, the frequency, the vibrational waves of energy. We've come from many spaces. We are here holding your space. Your planet has called out for an SOS. We are here now to help with guidance. By hearing this voice of energy, the channeled message you will receive, the healing that you need at this time, the strength, the courage will be present. And as you become more aware now, as we are with you, as we step closer into your dimension of your reality of how you see yourself, we will work with you. And as you're there in this moment, breathing in and out, be aware of your breath now more as you breathe in through your nose and allow the energy of light to move through you. And as you become aware of your lungs and your heart, you become aware as you draw your energy back in, the bubble of light as you breathe it in, to close your chakras, to close your energy field, to keep your energy intact, to be in your space, to feel into the light. Be aware of who you are, the power of you. And as you're there now with that breath within your body, bring that breath in through your nose. Allow the energy of the breath to flow through your back of your spine, traveling down all the way down through the vertebrae in your disc, S-shaping down like the snake that goes back down into the earth, down through your spine, down to your base, down through your legs. And as you anchor yourself upon the earth and on that breath that you breathe in, your energy of light, be aware of the messages that your cells, your soul has received. And on your breath, be aware that when I count to 3, you will come back into this space. You'll be fully aware and awake. 1, be aware of your body, of where you are resting. Feel your arms, your legs, the weight of your skeleton form. 2, be aware of your breath now. It's time to awaken the giant within. And 3, gently, gently come back into your space. Come back, wherever you've been, come back. Open your eyes, have a little stretch. If you have water, have a little sip of water. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Come back, wherever you are. And those who are listening to the meditation now, who are here with me, will see that we now will begin the questions and answers, so that if you are ever interested in joining us live, you are able to do that. On the pre-recording of this message, you can always ask me, send me a message. So for now, my guides are with me, but it's time to say goodbye and just to sit with those who are here within my audience to answer questions.